Yeah, it obviously stinks for him. He's a big part of our team, and we'll have to pick up for what he does collectively, because obviously he's unique the way that he plays. He wasn't feeling any better yesterday or Wednesday. That obviously was scary in and of itself. To get the news yesterday was a downer for him. Always play and compete with who's available, and you really don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about from a frustrating standpoint. I mean, I feel for Marcus. We'll have other guys that will have to step up, and it'll be a great opportunity for them to do so.
This is familiar territory, having last year no Kyrie and no Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's part of it, and you prepare all NBA season usually for that. I mean, how many games did we have our full group together, especially after the first 15 or 20. Just part of it. And, again, you feel for the person who's unable to play more than anything, because he's, obviously he's a competitor and he loves this time of the year.
In what ways does it change you guys, Brad, and what do you need to do to change things the other way to make up for it?
Well, I think it just, we want everybody to play within what we're trying to do to their individual strengths. And so that doesn't change rotation to rotation. I think that ultimately whoever's playing together needs to focus on what their jobs are and control what they can control. And that's that. Nobody's going to be Marcus Smart. We don't expect anybody to be Marcus Smart. We didn't expect anybody to be Kyrie Irving last year. They just have to do what they do best and focus on what we need to do as a team.
Do you think back at all to the decision to send him back into the game?
Send him back in?
Yeah.
No, because he told our trainers, and our trainers were talking to him the whole huddle. And when he said afterwards, he told me that he didn't really notice it until he bent his knees and got in the stand. So that's when he could feel that just didn't feel the same. So I have to listen to the training staff and have to listen to our players. And Marcus was the one that gave the thumbs up on that. But I guess, I could always go back and look and say, would I have played him again, in that game period? But as you look around the league, there's a lot of guys that played in the last 2 games or 3 games, and it's a free thing to happen.
What's the mindset of the team? You guys have had a lot of ups and downs this season. Now, playoff time, a chance to just sort of show why there's all these preseason expectations.
Yeah, we don't really care about the ups and downs of the season. It's over. Can we be at our very best? As Coach Belichick says, when your best is needed, right? The best is needed now, and we just have to prepare to play against a really good team. There will be ups and downs. You're going to lose a game. Things are not going to go well within games, and it's how you respond, it's how you stay in the moment in the playoffs, and how you tweak, but maintain that competitive spirit that you need to have a chance to win.
I know your second unit has really come together. I mean, you've got to make a decision about who to start now. I mean, what is that deliberation like?
You go through everything, every piece of information with regard to what groups play best together, who complements who matches up well with Indiana, both starting and off the bench, how you want to play with your first unit, second unit, all those things. I mean, it's no different throughout the regular season when we're missing guys, but certainly, obviously you spend a lot more time on one opponent than you do during the regular season.
Do you have an idea who you're going to move into that spot?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere down to 11 guys. I mean, Sabonis plays a lot anyway. Sabonis is a really good player. Miles Turner's a really good player. Thaddeus Young's a really good player. Leaf's been very good against us. I think that they've got a really good front line, and they challenge you because they play big most of the time. That is very difficult to match up against. I think obviously they tried to post us quite a bit in the last couple of games. physicality is one of the keys to the series, is being able to match the way that they play, with your physicality.
I know you're not going to tell us, but do you already know like where you're going to go with this 35? I mean, was that tough idea?
But I'm going to see how the next couple of days play themselves out too. Like, I've been in a situation where I was going to start a guy in college because we had been starting him pretty consistently, and another guy just was 10 times more locked in. We got 2 more days of practice, and starting isn't that important to me. How we rotate is probably more important to me, but we'll see. Yeah, and they'll know everything about us. There's no advantage there. I mean, they've had 2 weeks to know who their opponent was too.
I'm sure we'll talk about this more in the corner and freshman.
My family, they're pretty much on our side.
Pretty much.
Some of them. Friends, yeah, I'm dropping friends by the minute.
Smart obviously had the MRI Wednesday. Is that just through the lane that just like, is it a pain thing where?
So from what I've been told, and we weren't here we left on Monday and then Tuesday, is that we thought he was feeling a little bit better Monday. Tuesday, not anymore. Even maybe more sore. Wednesday morning, may have been decided Tuesday night while we were gone. They decided to get more imaging and to really see what was at, see at the root of it. And obviously, told us the story that nobody wanted to hear. But glad we did it, and glad we found out and we can start whatever rehab is appropriate for this. I don't know how you rehab this or treat this.
More imaging, so you had some
I think so. I don't know.
Is it week by week with him?
I think the 4 to 6 week time frame is probably pretty. 4 is pretty aggressive from what I've been told. So we'll see, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, Doc Shenna called me and told me that late last night. We're just used to kind of hitting curveballs from the job standpoint, but you just feel bad for him. That's you feel bad for him, and it's a great opportunity for somebody else or any group of guys. But I think certainly, you always want to go in with full deck in the playoffs. And you feel bad for the guys that don't have a chance.
Just like you mentioned that, that's just like past couple years injuries,
Yeah.
How tough is it just to not even think about that?
Yeah, like I said, I don't really pay much attention to from the standpoint of my own